Join me as we dive deep into the ancient tales of Norse mythology and uncover the truth about one of the most powerful and complex figures in Asgard, Frigg, the Queen of the Gods. Often overshadowed by her husband Odin and her son Balder, Frigg is a figure of wisdom, foresight, and immense power. But who is she really, and why is her role so essential in the fabric of Asgard? Let's explore her story and find out what makes Frigg not just a queen but a force of destiny itself. Frigg, the Queen of Asgard, is a name that doesn't always come to mind immediately when discussing Norse mythology. But don't let that fool you. Frigg is one of the most important deities in the Norse pantheon. As the wife of Odin and the mother of Balder, she stands at the heart of Asgard, a beacon of wisdom, foresight, and strength. Many see her as just Odin's wife, but there's much more to her than meets the eye. Today we'll uncover the layers of her character, her power, and the vital role she plays in Norse mythology. Frigg's powers are not flashy, but they are formidable. She possesses the gift of foresight, an ability so potent that she knows the fate of all gods and mortals, yet she rarely shares this knowledge. Why? Because, as the goddess of fate, she understands the delicate balance that must be maintained in the cosmic order. Frigg's foresight is a central aspect of her identity, and it's one that connects her to the underlying threads of destiny that govern both the 9 realms and the lives of gods and mortals. But that's not all. Frigg is also deeply skilled in the magic of Seir, a form of sorcery linked to prophecy and fate. This makes her one of the most powerful magic users in Norse mythology. It's believed that she can shape the destinies of others, even altering the outcomes of future events. While she doesn't wield weapons like the warriors of Asgard, her wisdom and magic are her greatest strengths. Frigg is not only a figure of power, but also of protection. As the goddess associated with marriage, motherhood, and family, she safeguards the bonds that unite households. Her influence extends to protecting homes and marriages, ensuring the sanctity of these relationships across the realms. She's a guardian of domestic life, nurturing the ties that hold Asgard's royal family together. Her role as protector is most famously demonstrated in her efforts to shield her beloved son, Balder, from his foretold death. After learning of his impending doom through her foresight, Frigg took extraordinary measures to protect him. She traveled to every living thing in the 9 realms, asking each to vow not to harm Balder. Everything agreed except for one mistletoe, which was overlooked. It was this small, seemingly harmless plant that would later be Balder's undoing. The story of Balder's death is perhaps the most emotional and tragic in all of Norse mythology, and it centers around Frigg's deep love for her son. Despite all her efforts, fate would not be denied. The trickster god Loki found the mistletoe and fashioned it into a weapon, which he used to orchestrate Balder's death. The grief that Frigg experienced after losing her son is beyond measure. Even as she knew it was inevitable, her sorrow was immense. Her pain reflects the depths of her maternal instinct. She was not just a queen or a goddess, but a mother, and her suffering reminds us of the raw human emotions that even the gods endure. Frigg's attempts to resurrect Balder are equally heartbreaking. She sent messengers to Hel, the realm of the dead, begging for Balder's return. Hel agreed, but on one condition: if every living thing in the 9 realms mourned for Balder, he would be allowed to return to the land of the living. And so it was. Everything mourned save for one figure in disguise, again Loki. This thwarted her hopes, showing once more how even the most powerful forces can be outwitted by the trickery of fate. Frigg's marriage to Odin is another fascinating aspect of her character. While Odin is often depicted as the all-knowing, all-powerful ruler, Frigg is no mere consort. In many myths, she's shown as his equal, if not his superior in some ways. It's said that Frigg has access to knowledge even Odin does not, particularly when it comes to matters of fate. There are moments when her silence speaks volumes. Her choice not to reveal certain truths about the future, the weight of her wisdom and restraint. She and Odin represent the balance of power between foresight and action, wisdom and might. Their relationship is also a portrayal of the complexities of love and partnership. Freygg, while supportive of Odin, is also independent and powerful in her own right. Their bond represents both love and respect, as well as the occasional conflict between them over their different approaches to the same end, maintaining balance in the cosmos. Fregg's role in Norse mythology can be compared to other divine mother figures across cultures. In Greek mythology, we have Hera, the queen of the gods and protector of marriage, much like Frigg. However, where Hera is often vengeful and focused on maintaining her status, Frigg is more compassionate and wise, using her powers for the greater good. In Egyptian mythology, Isis, the mother of Horus, shares Frigg's deep maternal love and protective instincts. Both Frigg and Isis try to protect their sons from harm, though ultimately face the reality of their fates. These comparisons highlight the universal archetype of the Divine Mother, a figure of protection, wisdom, and deep emotional strength. So who is Frigg truly? She's more than just the wife of Odin, more than a queen sitting quietly on the throne of Asgard. She is a goddess of immense power, one who sees the threads of fate, who protects the sanctity of family and marriage, and who suffers the same profound grief that any mother might. Frigg's strength is not just in her magic or foresight, but in her resilience, her wisdom, and her capacity to endure, even in the face of inevitable tragedy. Frigg's role as the heart of Asgard cannot be overstated, and her story deserves to be told more often. So the next time we think of the great gods of Norse mythology, let's not forget Frigg, the wise queen who silently shapes the fates of all around her. What do you think of Frigg's story? Does she deserve more recognition as a key player in Norse mythology? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into the lore, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out more videos on the gods and goddesses of Asgard. Thanks for watching.